do not expand the business into the area that is not related to us.
This is Thapanee Techajareonvikul, one of Thailand's most influential business leaders. She's president and CEO of Berli Jucker Public Company Limited, or BJC, a major retail packaging and consumer goods conglomerate which operates across Southeast Asia. It's one of many businesses within her family's multi-billion-dollar empire known as the TCC Group. Founded by Thapanee's father, Charoen Sirivadhanabhakdi, the group also spans food and beverage, property, hospitality, and finance. In this special edition of CNBC Meets, Thapanee discusses the family succession strategy.
As siblings, we focus in our own organization or industry.
Making her own mark.
It is going to be a very supportive environment.
Working with her husband.
Life is work and work is life.
And embracing AI.
It increased the sales 40% year on year.
This is CNBC Meets Legacies. I'm Tania Bryer and I've come to Singapore to meet Thapanee Techajareonvikul, who joined me on stage for this special edition of CNBC Meets, recorded at a UOB private banking event. I'd like to start by talking a little bit about the origins of the family business. Of course, it was founded by your father, who left school at a very young age and started his career in the alcohol trade back in the early 1960s. What do you know about him from that early stage of his career?
We are all very proud of that. He got involved in the liquor business at 15 years of age. And that was pretty much in the origin. He said that he has very little education. So he is very eager to learn and to work very hard. And at the very starting of the liquor business, he got involved taking and selling the waste of the liquor companies like the factory. And he said that he's always tried to find ways to make the efficiency out of waste. And he thinks that all the trash and all the waste is gold. And it's like that from the very beginning because he started from ground zero. So we are the second generation that's following his vision and value along.
It's an extraordinary story. And he became known as the Whiskey King. At what point do you think his business became an empire?
He always tried to find a very win-win situation among all partners. That's why he gets lots of positive support. And that's how he combined a lot of operations in the whiskey business together. He's a very, very kind, very, very loving and a visionary leader. Becoming an empire just because of all this productivity and efficiency that he created to become the scale. And he has the cash left over, so he invests in property. And that is the part that he acquired a lot of property portfolio of his, but it is his belief that we only extend to what we know, and it's diversification. It's not all over the place, but it's just the extension of what would be supportive of the core business going forward.
Charoen and his late wife Juana are credited with building an entire ecosystem through strategic mergers and acquisitions. In 2001, they acquired a controlling stake in Berli Jucker. And in 2003, they consolidated a number of companies to create drinks conglomerate Thai Bev.
By combining a lot of operation, it just creates a big efficiency and it's create the good quality of the products coming along for the consumer. So we believe that this is for doing the good things for the consumers around. But then you getting into the Berli Jucker business, we wouldn't diversify or invest into Berli Jucker if it's not for their long-standing, and it's the biggest glass manufacturer. So he's catching that opportunity very quickly and made the deal in only a few days.
Your mother, the late Kunyang Wana, is credited with playing a key role in building the business alongside your father. What values did they instill in you and your brothers and sisters while you were growing up?
They show to us, they walk the talk. They never have a precise teaching, but they brought us along. Like I bring my daughter here today, I have the opportunity to join in every business occasions or business meetings. And it seems like we really seeing them, how they making the business decisions. It is the greatest teaching. They don't think of expanding into empire. They are just building day by day, step by step.
You joined the group in 2003 as a director. Was it always the plan for you to join the family business because you studied at Harvard and MIT, and you spent a year here in Singapore working at Merrill Lynch?
I didn't know from the start that it would be Berli Jucker, but I know that I will be working for the family business. So that's why in between the undergraduate at MIT and the Harvard Business School, I wanted working experience. It was a great experience and memory here in Singapore that 1 year, and then back to the family business, and then go on to the business school. So in the family business, we get to do a bigger impact.
After working in a number of roles over the following 2 decades, Thapanee was appointed President and CEO of Berli Jucker in 2023, taking over from her husband Aswin, who moved into a new role as President and CEO of the group's retail arm, Big C. I caught up with Thapanee and Aswin backstage. What was that transition like?
We actually have been working together from the beginning, and even until now, the role hasn't changed quite so much. So he's still involved in also BJC and Big C, likewise myself.
Aswin, of course, you had run it for many years. What was it like for you to hand over to your wife?
We all in this together from the start when we joined the company together after we got married. So this has been keeping update. She's been on top of all the matters at BJC and Big C.
And as you said, you've been working together since you got married. What is the partnership like?
We share views very openly in front of everyone. I think that the team from the start might feel very different because we sit both of us at the top of the table, 2 of us, and then we debate, we share views. But over time, the executive, they know that we are very open to all opinions, to all conflicting views for a very comprehensive picture.
We only have one office in our building. There's 2 tables, and the important seat is Thapanee, so she's watching over me in the room. So we follow the great examples of our father and our late mother.
And when you get home, do you still talk business?
Non-stop. Non-stop.
We both also instill the work-life balance. Is life is work and work is life, and it is enjoying every moment of work. So it's that.
But that's very important because as a father of our 3 children, we are very pleased that at least our children can see how we work and leading by example.
What kind of leader are you? How would you describe your leadership style?
I think I start with listening a lot and respecting a lot and having everyone's being valued. So it is going to be a very supportive environment and an opening up to any possibility or opportunity so everyone can grow and contribute, and it will give us the great foundation to any challenges or transitioning ahead.
We're seeing oil price volatility impacting businesses around the world. Inflation and the cost of living are squeezing consumer spending. How are you responding to all these challenges?
I think we got the hype up of sales, and even now still we have to manage the supply chain very well. But at the same time, along many years, I think we involving AI, involving technology into the picture, it helped a lot into creating the possibility and the cost saving or the optimization of all sorts. Last year, we achieved about 36 million US dollar just for this optimization.
And talking of AI, where do you use it most in the business?
I think the biggest impact for our retailers, I use AI for the delivery models. So that means doing the truck optimization, it increased the sales 40% year on year. But for our manufacturing side, we involve it in the manufacturing process for the glass packaging because it's very energy consuming. So that is a big saving.
In 2026, Berli Jucker acquired Vietnamese wholesale distribution company Mega Market from another entity within the wider TCC Group for a reported sum of nearly $700 million. What does this acquisition unlock that you don't already have?
We started the business expansion into Vietnam since 2010 because we know that Vietnam is a big opportunity. I think if we capturing the growth of Vietnam and the great opportunity to acquire Mega Market, we will unlock expansion opportunity and their B2B business, combining with our B2C expertise that we have in Big C in Thailand. It will also be a bigger picture even for Mega Market, and also the expansion tag along with the middle class growing very rapidly. So it's a next focus from us being focused in Thailand and international expansion. We already have in a few countries, in Malaysia, in Cambodia, in Laos, in Hong Kong, but Vietnam's still gonna be TCC Group, the big next move.
As part of the family succession strategy, Thapanee's father, Charoen, has transferred controlling stakes in key companies equally between his 5 children, who are each associated with a different area of the group. Thapanee oversees the industrial trading and retail operations through Berli Jucker. Atanan is involved in the group's finance and insurance companies. Walapa leads the hospitality and lifestyle real estate ventures. Panot runs the group's global property development business, and Thapanee leads the food and beverage arm and oversees the TCC Group as executive chairman.
We all, as siblings, respect each other in our own pursuit, in the focus, attention into each business. And it was what Dad has built from the start. And we focus in our own company, or organization, or industry. So that gives us a lot of room for flexibility, freedom, and also the focus attention into the competitive area of each industry. But when we get a bit bigger and it could be intertwined and getting the synergy involved, I think it's probably also roughly about the time that my mom passed away and Dad moving on to giving the second generation to get to work closely with each other. And he decided that my big brother, who is number 3 in the family, being the leader of the second generation. And that make it a very smooth transition. We don't know yet. It has been only a few years and we all still feel that we have to learn how to work together. We come up together with many different views. We are very outspoken, but we committed and respect that last final decision that has been made within the family council with my big brother as the leader.
What about the 3rd generation members, Thapanee? I believe there are 14 of them. We have one of them with us in the room today, your daughter. How involved do you think they will become in the business?
We have about twice a year getting to meet with the 3rd generation. and we having them presenting their wish and dream, and then we also as second generation pitching to them what is best in each of the business industry to gauge their interest or to involve them in even the factory trip or any kind of opportunities. Mom and dad made it clear that we all work with dad and mom, but for the generation, our siblings agree that we let them choose, but we will involve them along the way, and they will get to choose what is best fitted for their expertise or preference going forward.
And what is your advice to family businesses and family offices managing portfolios and planning succession from your experience?
For family to be very close to each other and to be very close to the business, it's the key essential. And that how we arrive with our family is that open and close communication and the core belief that we will be together, and that's not gonna separate us apart.
And just finally, for more than 6 decades, your parents have built an incredible empire. What is the biggest business lesson that they taught you?
Dad and mom, I think they are in agreement that please do not expand the business into the area that is not related to us. It's only that extension of what is supporting the existing business. And at last, it is the giving back to the society. And that's made not only us, the family or the management proud. I'm sure that everyone, every employees are very proud when we really have a positive impact to the community or society. So we do a lot of these community projects, and it is in our core belief.
Thapanee, thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.